Okay, so welcome everybody. So we're going to work towards a kriya tonight. And the kriya is kaya kriya. So you'll be familiar with it, where you inhale the legs, the toes in. So if these aren't your legs, you're inhaling the toes in and then exhaling the toes out, which links to the abdominal breath. And then the thoracic breath is the arm movement, which is inhale, exhale. And then the head, which is clavicular breath, is inhale, exhale. So there's lots of things that link to this. So we're going to do about half an hour of relatively strong posture work, which will open legs, shoulders, neck. Then we're going to work with the Hasta Mudras and the Pranayama because that separates the breath. So we'll be doing a little bit of sound, and you can join in with the sound if you feel comfortable to do that, or you can just sound it internally, just thinking the sound, which is powerful too. And then we're going to lie down and do the kriya and just give it some time, because sometimes we rush it and we get about 5 minutes at the end of a class. So I wanted to give it a little bit longer. So it's going to be, so you'll move from something relatively strong in the body to something much more internal. So I'm bringing you into an internal landscape. So let's lie down. Have the belt handy. And as you lie down, bring the knees up and let them rock a little bit from side to side. So you're just massaging out that lower back area that gets really tense during the day, especially if you do a lot of sitting during the day in your job. So just make sure the ankles are crossed and just circle the knees together and then circle them the other way. Lovely. Now we're just going to add a little bit of strength to the lower abdominal area. So keep the ankles crossed, hands at the side of the body. And as you inhale, let the knees travel away from you. So you can feel the tailbone moving into the floor, and then exhale, bring them back. Inhale, exhale. Keep the knees bent to start with, so we're not bringing the feet to the floor, they're just moving downwards and away. And then if the movement feels comfortable for the back and you're confident with the being able to hold the weight of the legs on the back, you can start to extend the legs a bit more. And if you start to extend the legs, then I recommend you reverse the breaths. So you exhale as you take the legs away, inhale as you bring them back in. Because the exhale, you've got to squeeze the tummy muscles in to hold the weight of the legs. You bring the knees in, hands to the knees, circle them nice and wide now. So you're uncrossing the ankles and just starting to move into those energy channels in the groin area. Just really using the breath to slowly move. Good, change directions. Good, now keep the knees together. Bring the hands to the side of the body. So we're going to work into the channels at the back of the legs to start with. Inhale, arms come over, extend the legs up, draw the toes towards you. Exhale, everything come back. Inhale, extend up and over. Exhale. Good. Bring the hands back. Bring the feet to the floor. Do the same hand movement, but we're going to separate the knees. Inhale. Exhale. And release. Let's take the belts and bring the belt to the ball of the right foot. Keep the left knee bent, let it roll out to the side so you're continuing to release any tension around the groin area. And let's start to drop into the extended exhale. So breathe in for a count of 4. And breathe out for 6 or more. Good, now holding that belt with just the right hand, keeping the left knee out to the side. Slowly extend the leg out to the right. The knee can be bent if that's better for your body, or start to extend the leg out, so you're pushing through the heel. Continue to lengthen the exhalation. Visualize, imagine the energy that's attached to the breath, the prana, is flowing through the right leg. Notice the areas that resist the movement and focus your attention more on that area so that the energy can shift the stagnant pattern in the muscles. If you can take the leg a little bit further out, maybe a little bit further up. Continue to visualize the energy. So the energy will follow the thought as you ask it to move through the leg. Lovely. Let's bring the leg back to center, built into the left hand. Let's straighten the left leg. We'll start with the right knee bent, right arm out to the side. And as you exhale, bring the leg across the body. Nice long exhalation. Scanning the body for any resistance. Take your attention to the resistance so the energy will clear it as you exhale. Bring the leg back to center. Release the belt, keep the leg extended. Rebend the left leg just to protect the lower back. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, push out through the heels, slowly lower the leg under control, draw the toes towards the knee. And once the leg's down, take a deep breath in. Exhaling, visualize energy clearing through the right leg, the hip, knee, thigh, ankle, sole of the foot. We rebend the right leg and let's bring the belt to the left leg. Start to lengthen the exhalation. And if you can't bring the foot directly to face the ceiling, then let the knee bend more. And that will actually help the hamstring release. Whereas if you're trying to keep the leg straight, but the leg's much further away, you're not going to get the stretch in the hamstring. So better to work with the knee bent and bring the leg higher up. Nice deep breath in. Exhale for 6 or more. Let the right knee roll out to the side. Good. Slowly bring the leg out to the left. Continue to lengthen the exhalation. Imagine energy pouring along the left leg. Let the energy follow the thought. Lovely. Come back to center. To the right hand, straighten the right leg out. Start with the knee bent and come across the body. They come back to center. Rebend the right leg. Take a deep breath in. And exhale slowly. Lower. Once the leg's down. Relax the whole body. Take a deep breath in again. And imagine energy pouring through the left leg. Lovely. Bring the knees towards you. Cross the ankles. I'm going to rock from side to side. And then I'm going to invite you to roll along the spine. So it doesn't suit everybody's back at the beginning of class, but we're going to rock towards the shoulder blades to start with. So inhale to rock up. And as you exhale, balance on the shoulder blades. The feet are just facing the ceiling. So we're not taking it. If it doesn't work for your back, then just stay with that sideways motion. Good. And if this feels okay, I want you to start to just extend the legs a little bit further behind you and notice any resistance that you get, because this is the whole of the back that we're stretching, from the heels to the back of the head. They're working into that clavicular region of the neck. If it's still comfortable, leave the hands on the floor so you end up with a rolling plow. And if the plow is comfortable, then really push the heels away with the toes on the floor. And then come all the way back up. Come around into cat. So we're going to start with opening the thoracic region, so we'll work on the armpits first. So bring the hands to the corner of the mat and then walk the knees a little bit further away than the hips, so they're not directly underneath, just a bit further back. I'm going to inhale Exhale. And hold the melting heart position. If it's too much for the arms, then take them wider and bend the elbows, whatever you need to do to adjust and hold. Breathe deep into the underarms. So we're just releasing the trapped energy that's held through the heart space. So the arms, fingers, chest are all governed by air, the element of air. Our arms and hands are an extension of our heart. Good. Come back up. Bring the hands underneath the shoulders. We're going to do dynamic twisting cat. Take a breath in. Exhale, slide the left arm under and lead with the elbow. That might be enough. Or exhale back. Fully exhale. And then inhale, come back. Exhale. Lead with the elbow first, and then notice what happens when you extend the lower arm. Breathe in when you're ready. Back to center. Take a breath in, lift the gaze. Exhale, let's come into down dog. Heel out the feet and start to, when you bend one knee, I want you to roll over to the front of the foot. So you stretch the fascia at the front of the body as well, and then let the toes roll back into the heel on the other foot. Good. Only if it's comfortable for you. If you feel like you need to rest, then rest in cat for a moment. We're going to raise the right leg. Good. Step the right leg through and start with a lunge. So if you really need to drop the knee, drop the knee. If you need bricks, then use a brick with the hands. Wiggle the foot back. Good. I want you to just gently bounce. So not too much. I don't want you to bounce really high and then really low. Just a gentle nudging into the psoas muscle on the left side. Good. Now hop the back foot in, let the toe roll out. So you're ready to come into a warrior one base. Inhale. Exhale, palms come out, squeeze the elbows down. So now working into the thoracic region, ready for that kriya that we're going to do. So working at heart energy. Good. Now bring the arms out. I'll show you from here at home, like that. One hand up, one hand down. Inhale, rotate, exhale, go the other way. So we're just starting to shift the fascia sheath that runs through the arms and the chest and through the heart. Remember, everything's interconnected. And if the upper body wants to be a bit more Egyptian-like, and then a bit more of that. Good. Now, inhale, take the arms back, clasp them behind the back, draw the head of the arm bones back, lift the heart space. Maybe raise the arms a little bit. Let's turn the head. So we're preparing for that clavicular movement in the kriya. Good. Inhale, sit the arms all the way out. Exhale, let's step back into down dog. Come forwards into plank or cat, your choice. And lower. Three cobras. Exhale. Good. Push up and back. Heel out the feet again, roll over the toes, get some movement into the front of the ankle, gets really tight. And we forget that that part of our body needs a little bit of love, so open it up. Good. Now if you want to go deeper, we're going to raise the left leg, rest in child's pose if you need to. Good. Step the left leg through, come into a lunge. Take that leg as far back as you can comfortably. If you need to drop the knee, do so. Just a gentle bounce, encouraging the top of the thigh to release its tension. Good. The back heel, hop it in a little bit further. Inhale, sweep the arms all the way out. Exhale, squeeze. Opposite rotations. Good. Inhale, draw the arms back. Interlace them behind the back, draw the head of the arm bones back. Lift the heart space. Try and get the hands quite far down near the bump. And then rotate the neck. Good. Inhale, sit the arms up. Step back, down dog, swan, cat, whatever you prefer. Rest in swan if you need to, or come forwards into plank and lower. Exhale. Back. They start to walk the hands and feet towards each other. Just hold the forward fold. Slowly roll up. Bring the hands towards the back of the head. Inhale. Exhale. Maybe reaching up. Back to center. Feet nice and wide. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And again. Good. Now just keep this movement going if it's enough for you. If you want to add in a little bit movement, come back up. Exhale. And if you want to go a little bit further and stay up. Come all the way down. It's a comfortable sitting position. So we're going to get more and more inwards now. And ultimately, this is the goal of yoga, is to be able to sort of switch off all the distractions. So although it's gentler, because we're using pranayama, mantra, and kaya kriya, which is a body meditation, it's very powerful. So thumb and index finger together, so you've got a little loop like that, pop it on the groin. The eyes close. And what happens here is that the hand position, so mudra is a seal, it directs the energy into the lowest lobe of the lungs. So just notice that the breath is naturally moving into the diaphragm. And that you can feel it at the side, at the back of the body. If you visualize the torso like a barrel, and the three sections are abdominal breath, thoracic breath in the middle, and then clavicular breath right at the top, at the apex of the lungs. Just allow the breath to settle. Notice the heart rate coming back after the posture work. Be aware of the natural breath, so we don't need to count the breath with the Hasta Mudras. We're just allowing the body to be breathed. And now we're going to add in sound, to add in vibration into that lower part of the body, so the R sound, where the diaphragm is, and it moves through the legs as well in those lower chakras. So we'll just do 3, and it's gentle, it doesn't need to be loud. Take a breath in.
Just rest. Be aware of the vibration that's left, the sensations of energy that isn't just in the physical body, but a sense of being able to tune in to the luminous energy body, which is the body of the chakras, the nadis, higher self, the vayus. Lovely. Now keep the thumb and index finger together and just let the last three fingers come into the palm. So you've still got the loop, which you put into the groin, and the little finger, ring finger and middle finger just in the palm. And this will activate the thoracic breath, so that middle area, rib cage dominant. And just let the breath come in. Notice that it's naturally feels as if it's expanding the ribs out to the side. This is expansion on the inhale, like a eagle's wingspan. And then as you exhale, it's almost as if that you get that lift as the wings go down and inwards again. Notice the effect of the breath, not just at the front ribs, but the side ribs and the back ribs. Be aware of the sensation of the intercostal muscles expanding, releasing. And also notice your resistance maybe to something that is less physical. Mind might resist the stillness. Just observe that. And the sound here is an ooh. It massages the physical heart, and it also helps with emotions and the energetic system. So take a breath in. Allow yourself to rest in the silence after the sound. And then we'll move to Adi Mudra. So the thumbs come into both palms and the fingers wrap over. And this will activate clavicular breath, which is much higher up. You can feel the effect of it in the underarms, collarbone, neck, even the head,
which is like a knock-on effect. Obviously, our lungs aren't in our head, but that movement of fascia shifts upwards. So, Adi Mudra, thumbs in, fingers over, bring that into your groin, and just be aware of the shift of focus. And it's not that you actually have to shift your focus, but it shifts naturally with the hand position because it's like a switch, like a light switch. And this one's labeled clavicular. And this is a humming sound that comes from the throat all the way up through the top of the head. And imagine at the end of that hum that you're allowing your awareness to just move out of the constrictions of the physical body and just join the all that is that we're all part of. Take a breath in. Small rest. Observe the really subtle sensations after sound. And remember, when we're working with the energy field, we're tuning in to a landscape that sometimes we're a little bit unfamiliar with. And it takes time to be able to feel it and to see it in a different way. So it's not through our eyes, it's through our inner sight. Now take that particular mudra and lock it together at the solar plexus so the knuckles touch. And this is called Brahma mudra, which is the all that is. So that all that is has many names. Brahma, divine light, consciousness, God. May the force be with you. And actually all of those names are almost irrelevant because it can't really be named, but it is something else that we're all part of. So as we create the AUM sound, the Om, I want you to feel the ah lower down, the ooh comes up into the heart, and the travels all the way up, and then we just get this big expanse outwards. Take a breath in. But as low as you comfortably can go. The hands rest, keep the eyes closed. Just be aware of the subtle currents of energy that play out within the physical body, within the energetic body, multicolored light streams And then keeping your eyes closed, roll down. Now, if you need to keep the knees bent because of back conditions, then you can still do the movement. You just take the feet wider than the hips. And when I ask you to roll the toes in, you let the knees come towards each other. So once you're down, choose the leg position. If you're working with the legs straight, make sure they're wide. So when you roll the toes in, they're not going to touch. And then the hands are at the side of the body, a little bit further away, palms facing down, because each of the limb movements require a rotation in the beginning of the limb, so the socket of the shoulder or the hip, and the extremities. So when you're ready, take your attention to your feet or your knees, however you're working. And we're going to start with the abdominal breath. Inhale, let the toes roll inwards towards each other so you get a deep rotation in the hip. Exhale, let them roll out. Inhale. Exhale, nice and slowly with the breath. This is a body meditation, and meditation is focus. We're not switching off and drifting away. We're focusing the mind and we're training it just like any other muscle. Inhale, just feel the sensation of that rotation, the full inhale, toes going in. Full exhale, toes going out. And now just let the legs stop completely and observe the sensations in the pelvis, the thighs, the knees, calf muscles, ankles, soles of the feet, tips of the toes. Just observing that inner landscape, the currents of energy that flow. So although the physical body has stopped, the energetic body, the luminous energy body, is still moving, shifting incumbent patterns that are stored in the cells of the physical body, and that energy, the light body, starts to shift it outwards. Make sure the palms are facing down. Pay attention just to the arms. And as you inhale, roll the palms all the way up so you feel a rotation in the shoulders, heart space opens. And as you exhale, roll the palms all the way down. So we're just separating the movements to start with. Inhale, palms roll up. Exhale, palms roll down. So just the arms, just the arms. Inhale. Roll the palms all the way up. Feel it open the heart energy. Exhale. And let it slow down so you're not rushing the movement or the breath. Notice whether you've drifted off and you're struggling to maintain the mental focus because the body's tired, discipline the mind to stay focused. Good, let the arms stop. Stop all movement. Notice the sensations that continue in the arms. Maybe the muscles feel a little bit tired. But also be aware of those really subtle streams of energy that are continuing to move in the luminous energy body. Maybe patterns of energy of heartache, grief, just slowly shifting, trickling outwards. And then we bring our attention to our throat, to the third eye, to the ears, the nose, the head. And as you inhale, let the head turn to one side. Just the head movement. So this is clavicular breath. And as you exhale, let it roll all the way to the other side. Check the jaws relaxed. Be aware of the sensations, not just through the neck, but also the sensation of hearing, smell, touch as the head moves against the floor. Shifting trapped energy around the throat, how we express ourselves. So our fascia connects every aspect of our body. You think about your mouth is connected all the way down into the stomach, and that flows downwards into the intestines, and eventually it flows out, and it's all connected. This huge pipe. And then at the throat, often we have trapped emotions. So those can affect our organs further down as well. So there's a link. Everything is interconnected, both physically through the fascia and energetically through the light body. Lovely. Bring the head back to center. Just let the body stop. Notice sensations that come out of the stillness. Check the hands are facing down. Now we're going to put it all together, which requires constant one-pointed focus, which is meditation. We'll start off with the feet and then we'll add in the arms and the head. Inhale, roll the toes in, or if you're just doing the knees, roll the knees in. Exhale, roll them all the way out. Inhale, toes in. Exhale, toes out. Let's add in the hands. Inhale, toes in, palms up. Exhale, palms down, toes out. So this practice is really good for post-traumatic stress disorder, anxiety, spectrum, neurodiversity. It brings us back into the body. If you find that the feet are going out at the same time as the hands, concentrate a little bit more. Inhale, toes in, palms up. You know, add in the head when you're ready. Let it roll to one side on an inhale. Exhale. You know, when you feel confident with the movement, slow it down. Breathe in more slowly. Let the movement slow down. So everything, it's like a film being slowed down. You're watching this experience of the physical body. Be aware of all the fascia gently spiraling as you do these movements, shifting out trauma. It's really good for whiplash, actually, this. And whiplash can stay in the body for years and years and years. So we're just spiraling the whole body. Feel that energy moving through you with the breath. You can do 3 more breaths. And at the end of that final exhale, I want you to let the body to just come to a complete standstill, if it hasn't already. And as the body settles once again into stillness, just follow the breath. Notice the subtle movements that come from the luminous energy body. You can visualize it as streams of energy, multicolored, flowing in all sorts of different directions, spiraling side to side, moving in all directions, this light. Rivers of power flowing everywhere. Fields of magnetism relating everything. This is your origin. This is your lineage. The current of creation is right here, coursing through subtle channels, animating this very form. Follow the gentle touch of life, soft as the footprint of an ant, as tiny sensations open to vastness. Power sings as it flows, electrifies the organs of sensing, becomes liquid light, nourishes your entire being. Celebrate the boundary where streams join the sea. Infinity. So feeling that connection to the all that is really nameless. And yet has many names in many cultures. And we are part of that, all of us. And the individual particle of infinity, which could be called our soul, is part of that greater whole. And the soul is just experiencing life in this particular earth suit, biological vehicle, this time round. But our essence is part of everything. So we are interconnected. to everything that exists. We just forget once we enter the biological vehicle who we are or what we are. When you're ready, take a deep breath in and sweep the arms overhead. Exhale with a sigh. Let the knees bend, and rather than just roll over and come up really quickly, I want you to roll over, and I want you to actually wrap your arms around yourself so you can feel into the physical body again. Because we've been very expanded, now we need to come back inwards. Feel the physical vehicle that this luminous energy field is currently being transported around by. And it's the luminous energy that releases out of us when the body can no longer sustain life. So our true self is infinite. Slowly come back up to sitting. Bring the hands to the heart space. Inhale, sweep the arms all the way up. And down through the midline.